Looking for ways to stay organized and cut down time when keeping student data? Imagine having a record of every material your students have worked on throughout the year. With the student and group profiles, you can now save a history for each student and group, knowing exactly what they have worked on and when they worked on them. To get started, go to the My Classroom drop-down and select My Students and Groups. From here, you can enter the first name and last initial of each student you work with. Next, you can start organizing your students into groups. To do this, simply click the New Group Profile button and enter the group's name. From there, you can select the students you want to include in the group. Once you have the student selected, click Create Group to save. If you work with students both individually and in groups, this is a great way to keep things organized. Now that you have your students and groups set up, you can easily mark materials as completed as you work on them. When looking at any material, simply click on the Mark as Seen button to open this window. With this view, you can select the student or group you used the materials with. If you select a group, it will automatically select all of the students that are part of that group. If a student is absent, you can deselect that student on the list. When you click Save, the material will be added to those students' watch history. By going back to the My Students and Groups page, you can see these viewing histories. Click on any student or group name to see this in detail. If you forgot to click Mark as Seen when working with the student, you can retroactively add materials to their viewing history. Simply click on the Select Materials button at the bottom of the page. From here, you can find the material you worked on and select Mark as Seen. Then, select the date that you worked on it and press Save. The material will then be added to the viewing history and marked with the date you selected. If you forgot to click Mark as Seen when working with the student, you can retroactively add materials to their viewing history. If you want to delete a material or change the date that the material was viewed, you can click the blue toggle to have these options available to you. With these simple steps, you can keep all of your students' work organized. This makes reporting time simple and efficient. These are just some of the everyday speech features we've designed to make your lives easier.